Daylilies are one of the most adaptable plants in the world. There are daylilies that thrive in zones 2 through 11. Many varieties are happy in zones 4 to 11, which is a larger range than most perennials. Daylilies are very cold hardy as well as heat tolerant. On top of being adaptable to temperature changes, they thrive in a wide variety of climates. They're a great choice for hot, dry climates as well as cool, moist ones. We have daylilies in almost every bed in our garden. You can see here we have 3 different types. And then moving over, there are more daylilies. And you can see we have this daylily, even though it's large, at the front of the bed, because they really are quite a flexible plant. And then moving down the bed, more daylilies, this time towards the back of the bed, although it's getting a little bit crowded out by the phlox there. But you can see the variety of different colours that they come in. And then moving further down the bed, and again here at the front of the bed, more daylilies. And their foliage is quite pretty too. And if I turn around, there's a daylily in here that hasn't bloomed yet because it's under the shade of this tree. But it will bloom in July. Daylilies bloom throughout July. They really are the star of the garden really this month. There's another daylily. And see what I mean about the foliage? It's really structural and pretty and quite a nice contrast against some of the other foliage. And then moving through here, we have 2 more beds with daylilies. So this is the newest bed in our garden. And you can see we have how many daylilies in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at the back there, 5 daylilies in a fairly small but deep bed. And you can see the pops of colour that they're providing. And then we even have them next to our driveway. There's a daylily all the way over there, next to the fence. And then finally, in here, in our fountain garden. So yeah, so don't dismiss daylilies. They're quite wonderful plants, low maintenance, and they produce some absolutely wonderful blooms. Daylilies get their name from their flowers, which typically bloom for a day before being replaced by a new one. Most varieties have a flush of flowers in the summer and bloom for about a month. There are varieties that rebloom. Reblooming daylily varieties have 2 periods of bloom. Usually, reblooming varieties will bloom through late spring or early summer, and they'll stop blooming and then bloom again in late summer or early fall. Daylilies are happy in almost all soil conditions, from heavy clay to fertile loam to dry, low fertility soil. Daylilies can thrive in surprising places. You'd be hard-pressed to find a plant that performs so well in a wide array of soil and climate. Many daylily varieties spread easily and are used as colourful ground cover and weed control. Plus, the thick tubers of daylilies form a dense web underground that holds soil in place, even on steep slopes. Their thick tuberous roots spread out like strong fingers and keep a tight grip on soil in nearly any location. So I think daylilies really are underestimated. There's a reason that you see them in pretty much everyone's yard. It's because they're so easy to grow, so dependable, and pretty much low maintenance. I think they really are the star of the garden in July. There are over 80,000 varieties of daylilies. They're native to almost the entire Asian continent. By the 18th century, they made their way to Europe and quickly became popular with plant enthusiasts. European immigrants brought daylily tubers with them to the New World. The flowers naturalised in their new home by the early 1800s. 100 years after daylilies were brought to America, botanists were experimenting with developing hybrids. Daylilies are drought tolerant. If you live in an area that experiences consistently dry summers or occasional droughts, add some daylilies to your garden. They provide dependable colour and verdant foliage through even the hottest, driest summers. The key to the daylily's drought tolerance are its tuberous roots. These can store enough nutrition and moisture to get it through periods of drought, or if you live in an area that experiences its share of soggy conditions. Most varieties hold up well in these conditions and will thrive with the extra water. Each daylily flower lasts just one day. To keep the plants looking their best, snap off the spent flowers, taking care not to disturb nearby buds. Once the stem has finished blooming, you can cut it back to the ground to keep the plant looking neat and prevent it from putting energy into seed production. This may also encourage additional flower spikes. Daylily foliage usually begins turning yellow in late fall, though some varieties stay green right through the winter. Spent foliage may be removed in late fall or early spring. If you wait until spring, it can be easily raked away. Depending on the fertility of the soil, daylilies benefit from an annual spring application of granular all-purpose fertilizer. Sprinkle the fertilizer around the base of the plant when you are clearing away the prior year's foliage. Daylilies appreciate being mulched with shredded bark, shredded leaves, or other organic materials. It's an easy way to control weeds and also helps keep the soil moist. Daylilies can work really well in containers. The long, grass-like foliage cascades over the sides of containers, plus the tall wands of the flowers add height, and their dense growth habit perfectly fills a container. These aspects make them spectacular thrillers, fillers, and spillers all at once. The key to showcasing daylilies in containers is matching the type with the proper pot size. Dwarf daylilies will require containers between 12 to 15 inches in diameter, while larger varieties require containers up to 24 inches wide. The incredible adaptability and dependability of daylilies led to extensive breeding over hundreds of years. Now, over 80,000 varieties of daylilies are said to exist, with more being developed every year. Daylilies are not actually lilies. They are in the genus Hemerocallis. True lilies, on the other hand, are in the genus Lilium. Daylilies will grow for many years without any attention, but the plants will produce more flowers if they are divided about every 5 years. This is a job for late summer after the plants have finished blooming. Dig up the entire plant and place it on a tarp. Cut or pull the clump apart into manageable clumps. Before replanting, use scissors to trim the foliage back to a height of 5 or 6 inches. So if you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe for more content just like it? Thanks for watching. Bye.